Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, all real human beings of the new earth paradigm shift. The White Dragon Nation are with us now to assist us in shifting to any color ray as needed for each specific mission, for our final activations within our great ascension and awakening process. You are protected and surrounded by the Holy Spirit to fulfill your birthright of the great exodus into the pure land of paradise forevermore. Immortal ones, hear the call of the music of the spheres within and surrounding you to complete the process of our quantum leap of consciousness into Homo Luminous, beings of infinite light. All chakras are open and resonating as pure blossoms of the clear light of bliss. The fields of Elysium are blooming with the higher consciousness of awakened masters of the new Jerusalem of peace and prosperity for all. With the equinox window fully open, the higher light continues to blaze through directly from the great central sun, Hunabku. With this massive wave of energy flowing in, we had a white beam of light appearing on the Schumann charts at an amplitude of 24 Hertz. Fifth dimensional energetics continue to pulse into this realm from on high. To free yourself from the false matrix, we must merge fully with our I Am presence. This is the pure awareness that is our true nature, what we call cosmic, Christ, or Buddha consciousness. All mean the same thing, simply fingers, concepts, pointing to the same moon of enlightenment. Pure awareness is the love that exists at the core, the source of all things. It is the still white magnetic light at the center of all things, the fulcrum of the lever, the center of the wheel, the middle of the sacred hoop. Every transmission I offer to you and all of humanity is encoded with the power of my almighty I Am presence. I transmit the Buddha mind to you now. Hold this pure presence through the remainder of today's transmissions, and you will feel deeper into your awakening process. You may have a full awakening in this now moment. Remember, there is no plateau to your bliss. While staying anchored deep into the crystalline core of Pachamama, continue to rise higher and higher up the sacred spiral of life. Shine bright and clear, indestructible, original diamond minds of the one true way. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end and let us know in the comments below how you're feeling, your visions, your dreams in these powerful times. And please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. With these massive energies coming in, we had many activations all over this realm with 138 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The most powerful in the root chakra of Pachamama, South Sandwich Islands with a 5.5 activation, fifth dimensional energy flowing in. And this was at 5:15 UTC, 5555 portal of the 1010. First portal as I return to my sacred Condor, Central America, Costa Rica, home of our Mayan elders. We had a 4.913 Divine Goddess, and the sacred portal of Norway, 5.2, Fiji 4.3 with very deep 549 kilometer depth. South America, Peru, Andes Mountains, Kundalini Pachamama, home of our sacred Condors, 4.1, and the sacred portal Africa, Mozambique 4.6, Dominican Republic, New Atlantean Energy 4.1, Fiji 4.2, very deep again, 582 kilometer, Central America, another powerful 4.8, and Guatemala, 171 kilometer depth, 1771, Mirror 8.8, Portal, Lionsgate, Taiwan, we had a 4.4, Pakistan 4.4, another 8.8 Portal, Lyra Nation of the New Lemuria coming in, Guam 4.9, the sacred portal of Tajikistan, where the three holy mountains come together and merge, the Tian Shan in the north, Himalayan in the south, Kunlun right in the middle, 4.3, another powerful activation, root chakra, South Sandwich Islands, 5.0, another powerful activation, the sacred portal, Kazakhstan with a 4.5, Council of 9 coming in, and this is right on the border, the trinity of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Uzbekistan in our sacred mountain range, Tian Shan. Tian in Chinese means celestial, Shan, mountain, the mountain of the celestials, higher dimensional beings. Another 5.0 activation in South Sandwich Islands, 555 portal, more of the fifth dimensional resonance. Mariana Islands, 4.1, 202 kilometers depth on this 2222 portal. Coast of Northern California, 3.1, Indonesia, 4.6, Hokkaido, Japan, 4.4, Chile, South America, 4.4, another 8.8 portal activation, Lionsgate, Taiwan, 4.9, followed by Fiji activation 4.3, another very deep resonance, 533 kilometer depth. We're feeling all these activations very deeply within our sacred avatars as we connect to the crystalline core of Mother Earth, Gaia. As she rises, we continue to rise with her. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 20 degrees, 54 minutes Scorpio. The sun is at 1 degree, 30 minutes Aries. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 2 degrees Aries. A comedian entertaining the group. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 21 degrees Scorpio. Obeying his conscience, a soldier resists orders. From astrologyweekly.com, one of our star seed system busters here. And now my sacred Condor pulls a card for you today from the Animal Spirits Knowledge cards from Susan Boulay. And the card she pulled for you today, the beautiful Swan. Symbology, transformation, loss of innocence, beauty. This painting of a swan maiden represents a common motive found in the mythologies and folk tales of many cultures around the globe, from Native American to Slavic. Although the story varies from place to place, the basic plot is the same. A young man finds the feathered robe or skin of a swan maiden, a goddess-like creature, which she has temporarily shed to assume a human form. Although the youth attempts to hide the feathers from the maiden, which allows him to possess her, the swan finds its feathers, assumes its animal form, and leaves the youth. The lost swan thus symbolizes the departure of youthful innocence and the passage to maturity. In some versions of the story, the swan dies. The Greek mythology, the swan song, is the beautiful song sung by the swan just before death. And then she continues to rise as the phoenix, merging with the dragon in Heros Gamos. The eagle merged with the condor. And now today from Purple Cloud Institute, 21st of March 2022, Bodhisattva Guanyin. Today on the 21st of March, Guan Shi Yin's birthday is celebrated. Guan Shi Yin, or literally the observer of the cries of the world, is considered to be the Bodhisattva of compassion. Originally a male deity in Buddhism called Avalokiteshvara, he has transformed into the female deity of the Taoist pantheon. Her center of worship nowadays lies on Mount Pyo Tu, which reaches its peak of festivities on her birthday, the 19th day of the second lunar month. Furthermore, she is also one of the 4 great bodhisattvas, namely herself, standing for great compassion, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Wenshu Pusa, representing great wisdom, Krisiti Graba Bodhisattva, Di Jang Pusa, signifying great vow, and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Pu Xian Pusa, symbolizing great practice. The following is based heavily on my collated notes from 4 years on White Horse Mountain. The words disseminated by Guanyin carry a simple yet deep message. All evil do not do, but pursue multitudes of meritorious deeds, as the cultivation of the Tao is a process starting from minor compassion and transforming it into major compassion. How could one study to be like the Bodhisattva Guanyin? Li Shifu advises that when you encounter a problem, ask yourself how she would deal with it. Ask yourself what Jesus would do in the same situation. If you were exactly the historical Buddha, what would he do? The three realms are all relatives. The 10,000 living beings share one body. Heaven and humanity unify. Question whether Guanyin was lower than other deities since she was still a bodhisattva. Li Shifu responded that this was not the case. Although Shakyamuni went immediately to nirvana, her pledge and vow, Yi Yuan, were different. She made a promise to free all living beings from suffering on earth, while the bodhisattva on the earth treasure, Di Jiang Pusa, vowed to deliver all living beings from the earthly prisons or the netherworlds. Let us close this article in the spirit of the Bodhisattva Guanyin's admonition that only the now exists. Great wisdom comes from the heart, gazing at the heart nowhere seeking, without gain and also without loss, without past and also without present. From purplecloudinstitute.com. And now for a side note. Tomorrow, Mars squares Uranus will peak at 1:44 PST, Pacific Standard Time. This powerful alignment and square between Mars and Uranus is encoded with our code of the 144. And from Divine Sister of the Light Victoria Lillian Quest. The New Jerusalem mothership is now assisting over Europe. I personally encountered a smaller transporter of the Jerusalem on March 17th. The message they transmitted, they indicated telepathically that all processes are moving ahead. Hold the faith, the divine plan is on course. Victoria Lillian Quest, Andromedan Fleet Commander. And from Divine Brother of the Light Justin Lofton. Welcome to the Golden Age, beloved. The true New Year starts today. The equinox, 0-point singularity within a larger universal cycle. All the old stories will fall away, and you now can create the story you want without resistance. Love, abundance, wholeness, and oneness is now in resonance within your heart. We spring forward today. Let the fun begin. Here we flow. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Aluna Joy Yashkin. Today, March 21st, is when the traditional Mayan offer their fire ceremony to the sacred powers. Days of the Mayan calendar for this new equinox cycle. Today is 1 Noj, a birth of new earth. Many elders and friends are gathering today, usually in a site called Uashaktun in Guatemala. My dear son, brother, Julio Tot, who has now grown into a powerful daykeeper and shaman, will be in the celebration. My heart is with them as they bless and heal the earth and humanity with their loving ceremony. We so need these powerful traditions during this time that has so much discordance and great transformation. Happy equinox, everyone. The Mayan Equinox Forecast 2022. Equinox cycle from 3/21/2022 to 3/20/2023. Mayan astrology for the year of 1 Noj and 7 Ik. A forecast blending the energies of 2 sacred Mayan calendars. The birth of the new earth. Mayan year of 1 June. Noj Earth. Mayan Quiche calendar, traditional calendar. The number 1 is all about the opportunity to assess pure energy, to initiate the beginning of any creation. Number 1 can come with a great force, a higher power, and can also have the element of surprise. It is a restart button. It is considered the first gear in manifesting something greater and beyond our current reality. But the first gear does not turn easily. It will need time and patience to readjust the current reality. We will need to build a new framework for the following gears of time to be built upon. There could be many false starts and many readjustments to having life flow within these new frequencies. The first sign of Noj acts as a great initiator as well. It is one of the 4 day signs that are keepers of the cosmic cycles and calendars. All things that manifest in a new cycle come from the energy that Noj emits. It can bring the frequency of great potential for this entire year, yet will not manifest on its own. Noj is a dream but not the creation. The vision will manifest once it is acknowledged and then the proper action is taken. All the other 19 day signs come together through Earth and humanity to manifest a dream. This is how we build the dream as the one, yet from 20 unique perspectives. It is a collective process with each day sign flowing through this year, giving a unique blend of energy needed to build the future. Noj is about gaining new knowledge of the mind and great wisdom of the heart. This knowledge, wisdom will initiate new aligned actions needed to begin the building process. Noj means the creation energy of the earth. Many light workers and healers are feeling a great need to anchor a mass amount of high-frequency love that we are finally beginning to emanate from our hearts. This heart frequency builds new foundations, but also withdraws energy from those things that need to fall away. We are called to anchor the love into all the earth's sacred places and into the ley line grids, which acts as a circulatory system for the planet. Auspicious days for the traditional Maya in this calendar year are June 29th, 2022 on 10 Noj. This is the most powerful manifesting energy for this year. Newly birthed creations will begin to flow more easily now. November 30th is the very sacred and holy day of 8 Bats. This day comes every 260 days. The Maya all around Guatemala gather in the recreation of the 260-day calendar with powerful and complex fire ceremonies that were given to the Maya people from the star elders, from the 7 sisters, aka the Pleiades. February 19th, 2023 on 11E is celebrated as a solar new year, the humbling sacred bridge between worlds. The Mayan year of 7 Uk, Ik, wind, Mayan astrology calendar, Yucatec modern calendar. The number 7 is a place of profound resonance with life. We are not fully in this physical world or not fully in the spirit world either, but we are in a place where we have a foot in each, but are never really anchored to either. Mystics and shamans have used this bridge to do their work for eons. It can be a place where we can touch spirit and bring it back into the physical world to elevate the physical reality. But the number 7 can also feel very ungrounded. When we are under the influence of the energy of the number 7, we might feel invisible or unacknowledged or unheard. Because of this, Ik can be a real ego killer, and especially so for those born with the 7 in their birth chart. Those who live with an out-of-control ego, like the faux powers in the world, we need to return to authentic humbleness or face the possibility of crumbling their empires. The day sign of Ik means in this year we will be able to easily live more from the heart and from the new incoming frequencies, rather than acting from the head, which is now mostly wisdom of the past. Ik is able to bring in and translate the messages from spirit into a more usable form that can be applied to the new earth frequencies. Ik is also a day sign that can help us learn to live multidimensionally within spherical time, and the ability to operate from many perspectives at once. In this year there is the opportunity for everyone to assess this ability. We will begin to rely more on spiritual instincts than on posted facts from all forms and all sides of media that are outside of ourselves. When we live our lives based in spirit, we also live from the one true source and the cosmic center between physicality and spirit. If we tune in, we will be able to hear the breath of spirit moving through us and know how to navigate around the falsehoods that are now already dissolving away. The downside is we might become too idealistic and forget to look at the realities around us. Even though reality is changing like the wind, it's important in each moment to acknowledge the physical 3D reality, but work from limitless spirit and our open hearts. It will be a year where we might find responsibilities weighing too heavily upon us, and we might need to lighten the load. Many are already doing this. we might find that it is just not quite the time to make large commitments or large decisions. So much is changing in the world that by the end of this cycle, when we look back, we will be astonished how far we have come, how much has changed, and what qualities the new earth has for us. Hang on, it is going to be a roller coaster ride, so don't get hung up on the past, and allow the new frequencies to rise up in us. Auspicious day in this year from September 16, 2022 to October 6. This is the only 20-day Mayan Ascension portal in this year from alunajoy.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Sean Caulfield, before sunrise, Aztec Mayan calendar consciousness, rising and consciously creating peace. 21 March 2022, 1 Earth, night, 112 of the 9th wave universal timing frequency. The 25th of March opens the door to a new synchronicity of the cyclical creation waves of the light of divine time. This newly synchronized pattern of the divine will of creation can potentially support the transcendence of the immature imprints of duality. What this means is that a leap of consciousness will come to assist our minds, thoughts on earth to rise above the problems. Hence it is time to heal the inner world and be stimulated to consciously create peace. The consciousness of the prophetic Aztec Mayan calendar timing system can be understood and intuitively felt to synchronize with the source code timing system of the evolution of the consciousness of the universal tree of life of all creation. The source code aligns to the light of the inner world. The spiritual multidimensional light of the inner world emanates from within you and all consciousness to shine and create the physical outer world. The universal dream of the inner world creates the reality of the outer world. So if the inner world is healed and at peace, the outer world will be content and peaceful. The equinox was March 20th, 2022, 13 Vulture. 13 completes to ascend. Vulture clears away the old conditioning, purging karmic patterns, a time of meditation and connecting to the cosmos. Night 112 of the 9th wave universal timing frequency. As the 9th wave serpent of time moves through the density in the valley of the 112th night for 18 days until the 22nd of March. Today, the 21st of March, is 1 Earth. 1 initiates a new 13-day Trisena wave, movement of creation's growth from seed to mature fruit held by Earth. Earth is movement, shifting perception, intuitive intellectual impulse through thought, knowledge, and Earth wisdom rise. The spark of creative thought that brings all things into being. At this time, we may ask the universe to grant us creativity in all our endeavors, and the intelligence to find solutions to all our challenges. At this time, we may strive to realize the talents inherent within us. This Trisena enlivens the intellect and enhances the eternal quest for wisdom. During the days of this Trisena, we can seek the contact with the divine energy that serves to clean the mirror of our consciousness. From Kenneth Johnson. 22nd of March completes the 112th night. 2 Flint. 2 creates a reaction. Flint cuts to the truth, chooses a better path. 23rd of March, 3 Rainstorm. The 113th day begins. 18 days duration until 3 Rainstorm creates activations. Rainstorms are strong energy and enthusiasm, washing away the ego, bringing fertility and potential for new growth. The lessons are blessings. 4 Ahau light is on the 24th of March. 4 is stability. Ahau completes and honors the memory of time and the ancestors. With Ahau, 20 days in the 8th Uinal completes to ascend. With 5 Imish, alligator, from the 25th of March, the 260-day Tzolk'in moves into the 9th Uinal for 20 days. This brings forward movement. The light of Quetzalcoatl shines strongly. The memory helps to transcend duality. So with this combination of the 9th wave being in a light period and the 9th Uinal being in 20 days of light, big openings and shifts can be expected. New cosmic memory is downloaded. A transcending rising earth force will emanate to raise the vibrations. In this time it is important to meditate, hold center, pray, and raise our consciousness higher. Look within and align our mind's thoughts with our heart's frequency of unconditional love. Be the seed of heaven on earth. Ho'oponopono. Make amends on your outer world by firstly healing the inner world of the self. Blessings and light and gratitude. Sean Caulfield from theuniversalfrequency.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Dr. Shavi M. Ali, a supersonic spring. The full moon portal closes on Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022, but its energetics will continue for much longer. The vernal equinox and autumnal equinox portals remain active until the summer solstice, northern hemisphere, and the winter solstice, southern hemisphere, in June. A partial solar eclipse occurs on April 30th, whose powers will last for at least 6 months afterwards, and blasts from solar flares, solar winds, coronal mass ejections, and more cosmic events are all serving to heighten electromagnetic frequencies, which are furthering the planetary shift and enhancement of source light throughout our galaxy. Both the sun-facing side and the far side of Earth, Gaia, are receiving enormous amounts of intensified plasma filled with encoded messages. In order to correctly understand the messages, it is necessary to be oriented to higher knowledge, much of which is based in ancient teachings, rather than to focus primarily upon 3D happenings, which are mostly merely distractions from the consciousness transfer that is unfolding in this now. When people elevate or begin to elevate towards the ethereal wisdom of the ages, various unnecessary aspects of the 3D perspective begin to fall away. Relationships, long-held career situations, philosophical beliefs, lifestyle choices, etc. Many people also move to new, more beautiful locations. All of this indicates that new realizations have developed and that the trajectory is onwards and upwards. Our entire planet is in a vortex of brightly glowing particle energy, which can literally be thought into for the creation of what we desire and need. Every time we engage in petitionary prayer or in meditation, we build new vibrations which can manifest into our choices. Whether we use our own words in prayer or recite ancient prayers from the world's holy books, we are creating just as a fine artist does with brushes, or a musician does with notes, or a dancer does with choreographic swirls around a stage, or a writer does with a pen. Each type of artist manifests a specific formation based upon his or her mental vision of the finished product. Sometimes the creation takes on meaning during the creation process, rather than the artist having a definite idea beforehand. Either way, a different artistic rendering eventually exists. Our thoughts, emotions, words, and actions are our paintbrushes, musical notes, choreographed movements, and writings upon the manuscript of our consciousness. Each year since 1961, scientists have noticed that cosmic energetics have been increasingly more pronounced. Along with each buildup of frequencies, there have existed chaotic and traumatic circumstances upon our planet, such as the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, the Cuban Missile Crisis, a presidential assassination, John F. Kennedy, the assassination of two key figures in the Civil Rights Movement, Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., South African horrendous circumstances, the imprisonment of Nelson Mandela, and the assassination of Stephen Biko, the Afghanistan War, war in other countries, global economic downturns, all sorts of terrorist bombings, child abuse, environmental toxic experimentation, pandemics, dangerous inoculation, and much more. Therefore, human actualization of the particle energy has been dire. As light, however, becomes more intense, this is changing because Source is disallowing humanity to continue to misuse its original gift of free choice to harm creation. Of course, Source knows all that will occur throughout all space-time continuums, so all of the many types of confusions that mankind has made were always known and are known in this now. It is the human entity, as far as Earth Gaia is concerned, that is unaware of just how present circumstances or future happenings will unfold. We can analyze the future outcomes of occurrences, but we cannot know them exactly. Otherwise, there would be no need for faith and a benevolent supreme being who can be petitioned for help. For those who insist on proclaiming that they are God with all the 3D chaos in the world, I offer this common question. How's that working for you? As has been discussed in previous teachings, we are lights of the light. We are not the light incarnate. We need the light. We need source. Our painting is not complete. Our song is not finished. Our dance moves are not worked out sufficiently. Our book has not yet reached its ending. We are the proverbial work in progress. As cosmic events continue and as human individual and collective elevated consciousness becomes better able to read the encoded messages that they deliver, we must ask ourselves what we wish our planet to be like. Then we must each work towards our vision. As can be gleaned, the key phrase is elevated consciousness, for this is what is required in order to create a planet of true artistry, which manifests as love, peace, and beauty. We have been provided with all of the accoutrements that we need to do our artwork. Let us create a masterpiece. From DisclosureNews.it. And from Divine Sistar of the Light Judith Kusel. There are such beautiful and uplifting energies which have been flowing in since Saturday, and these are providing us with an influx of light codes, which are working with the dissolving of the subconscious programming in the deepest sense. You will find deep and often unconscious things surfacing, which need to be released and let go of. Layer by layer, all is being stripped away, which no longer serves our highest soul growth and good. Think of your subconscious mind like a hard drive, which has recorded every thought, feeling, word, action, deed you have ever had, which you have mostly forgotten about. That hard drive is now being cleared and often needs to get smashed in order to be replaced with the new 5th to 7th dimensional one for the new light body form. What amazing times we are living in. I am always humbled at the immensity of what is now unfolding. A totally new creation as we are returning to paradise in the 7th heaven in the new golden age. My heart and soul are overflowing with love and gratitude. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithica, light pulsations. Can you feel the vibrational light waves flowing through your light body? Light rhythms, pulsations, the natural flows of light, Mother Gaia expanding, a connected light rhythm. For the path of light evolution is moving through you. Know this light connection, this unlimited flow of light, the natural light evolution of your world. We ask you to feel this heightened light rhythm, for the current light frequencies enable you to expand and awaken to this light pulsation, to ride the light waves of cosmic expansion. For the cosmic light flow is expanding. You are in a wonderful light week of expansion and connection. Simply place your hands on a tree. Feel the cosmic light flowing. Use this tool to expand this connection through your light field. Feel the pulsation of you, the harmonics and synchronizing of you and the tree. Enjoy the light connection of expansion, the connection to light, the light harmonics of you, the evolution of light. Send light to Mother Gaia as we collectively journey to light. With love for your journey, Wayshowers, the Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Many lifetimes on earth are purifying from your temple, along with earth's cleansing and rebirth. Fire purification is burning away karmic cords, revealing more of your light from within. The equinox is awakening this quantum shift into the new immortal timeline and primordial consciousness. This is mastery of the light body you are attaining. Going within your temple of God will remind you how worthy you are to receive this blessing from the Most High and the Holy Spirit. You have cleared the seed point of genetic and karmic lovers. They could no longer move forward with you into the new timeline. Since the full moon, you've accessed the portal of ascension through the Milky Way that allowed you to move on into Christ consciousness, the leadership of the way. You are on the other side and can begin planning for what's next. We as a tribe have ascended into the same timeline of quantum consciousness, love, and unity. what you want to create and invest in now for long-term results in the future. Now that there is a fresh start, this is an opportunity to plant these seeds in new earth soil. Your dreams are protected, and no one can take them anymore. You are safe to thrive in this fifth-dimensional reality. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you. Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, March 21st through the 25th, below the surface. We are seeing new horizons now that the sun has moved over into Aries, representing a new beginning and astrological year. We are still feeling a bloom of Pisces energy, which is taking us below the surface of the unconscious mind. This will last through the next couple of months. Jupiter will move over into Aries on May 11th. We are sorting through what can come with us and what must leave behind in order to move in new directions. The distortions of the Piscean age are based on using collective consciousness and the energy of spiritual revelation to control humanity through religious structures. We must claim our individual human sovereignty in order to shift over into the Aquarian age. Lies, deceit, and illusions have kept humanity at its knees to false higher authority, but we are beginning to see beyond the veil of these illusions. The sun in Aries is ready to stand up for human autonomy and freedom. But with Mercury conjunct Jupiter and then Neptune in Pisces, we are still in a bit of watery confusion around our next steps and direction. These conjunctions are giving us a rare peek into the deep subconscious mind. This leads into the epic Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, which we will be ready to feel for the whole month of April. This is inviting us into a spiritual revival. We won't really be able to get a grip into the movement and motivation energy of Aries until Mercury enters the sign on March 27th. So much is happening below the surface, it's a major cleanup of hidden unknowns. We are clearing out the hidden gunk in order to claim back our true spiritual identity and the mystical, magical energies of the Piscean age. This deep dive into the unconscious psyche with all this Pisces energies is a necessary journey to clean up our past and make sure we are not taking it with us into the future. A newfound spiritual awareness and connection is waiting to be found, which can help it all make sense. From AdrianElise.com. From Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, Mars in Aquarius sextile Chiron in Aries. We are blessed with some helpful influences to mitigate some of the collective psychic overwhelm. Mercury's connection to Jupiter brings great ideas, big dreams. The mind roams across magical landscapes, thinking of distant lands, holy places, wild places. We look ahead, try on a little hope for size, speak in positive terms. And if not, if we are floundering, then it's time to send up a prayer, dare to have a vision. Write, compose, journal, or meditate to gain access to the wisdom of the stars, higher beings, gods, and spiritual guides. Explore your inner universe. Meanwhile, Mars encourages us to seek out weak points, to bravely face our pain and suffering, brings goals of healing and wholeness. Not everything is a quick fix, and sometimes life leaves scars, but still, the strength is there to overcome. If you have been troubled by physical problems or inertia, search for a teacher, therapist, or healer. Join with others for motivation. Move your body to keep energy flowing. Healing comes when you pursue your passions. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And from 13 Moon Peace Time, Cosmic History Quote for Moon 9, Day 15. Telepathic technologies such as bilocation will eventually replace the need to travel physically. And from the Zolkeen Times, Keen 202, White Resonant Wind. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are attune, inspire, and channel. 7 is a very sacred number. There are 7 colors in the rainbow and 7 chakras in the human body, and the number 7 is considered lucky by many. It is also the very middle day of any wave spell. Take the number 20 and minus 13, numbers which are the foundation of the Zolkeen, and the result is 7. It is associated with channeling and the crown chakra. When we tune into this energy, we can receive insights that can guide us. Today is the white wind, which represents communication, spirit, and breath. Well, it's not hard to figure out today's meaning. It's about communication, channeling it, sharing it, and opening up all channels of communication. Speak your mind, but allow your gut instincts to direct the dialogue instead of your ego. This should help enormously with your current mission. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, white resonant wind, 7, Eek, Keen 202, 21st of March 2022, attuning to spirit. 21-3-2022 equal 336 equal 66 equal 12 equal 3. 3-3 Holy Trinity Divine Portal. 6-6 Heaven's Gate Portal. Day codes 21 Crown of the Magi, honors, advancement, rewards. 3 Holy Trinity Joy, creativity. Month year codes 369 Nikola Tesla code. 3 Holy Trinity Joy, happiness, creativity, communication. 6 Heaven, Christ, family, romance, fertility. 9 Completion, destiny, service, humanity, grace. 20 The Awakening, clear vision. 22 Architect of Peace, master builder. Keen 202 equal 4. Form, structure, foundation, earth, angelic. An extra heavenly enchanting day on the 6-6 gateway for channeling and connecting with spirit. Day 7 in the Yellow Warrior wave spell of fearlessly questioning everything in our path with a profound intelligence, disabling the old paradigm and fully focused on forging a new path to a brave new world. Today we are channeling messages from spirit which inspire us on our quest to new earth. Tone of creation, resonant, tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channels, essence attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the manifestation potentials to propel our quest today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel these magical forces. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. So it is very important that we are stable, calm, and receptive to our feelings, and what frequencies we are actually emitting as a transmitter to the etheric realm. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune to spirit and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all. Allow the winds of change to become the wind beneath your wings, elevating your divine mission and steering you in the right direction. Today's question is, how can I channel and attune to the messages of spirit to fearlessly inspire my greatest quest? Divine blessings for becoming a divine transmitter and change agent today. May you receive the answers you seek. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66. Keen 202, White Resonant Wind. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to communicate. Inspiring breath. I seal the input of spirit. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of timelessness. And on this powerful day of transformations, activations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicity. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. So if you'd like to help support this channel, our work and mission, you can either make a monthly pledge to Patreon or a one-time donation to PayPal at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors artwork on Etsy. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And she has for another 2 days till the 23rd a 30% off sale, so be sure to take advantage of that. Now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful codes from our Divine Brothor of the Light, Li, Prairie, White Dragon, Unity Consciousness, Golden Dawn Nectar, Solar Dragon Lineage, Albion, Kings and Queens, Magi Grail Lines, Grand Cycle Procession, Return of Emerald Order, Founder Source Domains, True, Universal Tree of Life, Cosmic Monad Sound Tone, Blue Flame, Ignition Power, Living Light, Solar Logos, Elixir Systems Mechanics, Emerald Jewel Crown, Solar North Rishi Shamans, Heart Diamond Sun Codex, Rainbow Dragon's Breath, Star Core Trinity Flame, Emerald Rod and Staff Codes, Plasma Wave Activations, Golden Light Biosphere, Electromagnetic Field Reset, 33 Parallel, North, Equatorial Plane, Tri-Wave Open Source Flow, Pole Shift Consciousness, Organic Base 12 Template, Infinity Vortex Harmonics, Saturn Orion Stargate, Star Nations Multiverse, Ascension Veils, Threshold, Hearts Weighted, Phoenix Cycle, Keepers of Cosmic Laws, Guardians, Stellar Genetics, Temple Heart Field Initiation, Soul Spark Love Regenesis, Alchemical Illumination, Original Timeline Continuum, Gold Consciousness Warriors, Solar Dragons Jedi Force, Eternal Cosmic Suns, Children of Light, Betrayal of Emerald Order, Hyperdimensional Wars, Lower Astral Entity Plane, Sigil Time Loop Maze, Beast System Lockdown, AI Corporate Entity Slavery, No More Hosted and Feed Upon, Baphomet, Harvest Genocide, Inverted Thought, False Spiral, Gold Vaults Open Again. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Have a most beautiful and blessed week ahead as we journey into the new earth, fully awake, fully conscious, and fully aware, as we continue to tap into and merge fully with the power of our I Am presence. For I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am that I am. Really feel into, merge, activate, and expand your pure awareness into the infinite fields of the infinite multiverse. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.